right now.
This WeatherScope is sponsored by MCI, one company, one local to global connection.
This is WeatherScope.
Not a very nice day in portions of the Northeast today. Some locations are seeing rain. It has been heavy at times, and some areas are seeing snow, and that also has been heavy. So a little bit of everything. Good morning, I'm Kristen Dodd, and welcome to WeatherScope.
And I'm Dan Atkinson. Rain will continue in parts of the Northeast throughout the hours here, early afternoon and late morning, and it'll be spreading into parts of New England. In Boston, there's only a slight chance you'll see a little rain today, but your weather is still nothing to write home about. It was cloudy and cool when you headed out for work there this morning. And even if you don't see any showers, it'll remain cloudy and cool all day. Showers are not far from you in Boston, just to your south at Falmouth. In fact, there's a mix of moderate rain and snow. Otherwise, you're having some moderate rain now at Martha's Vineyard, light rain on over toward Groton, Connecticut, and light rain widespread back across New Jersey and into the nation's capital and westward toward Philadelphia. You can see a broad area of low pressure continuing to produce, in most cases here, echoes returning from light snow, but right along the coast in the milder air we are getting the rain, as you will see. In fact, rain-snow mix at this time over places like Lancaster, Pennsylvania, back over toward Harrisburg and Middletown. Low pressure offshore, pumping in northeasterly winds, bringing in Atlantic moisture, keeping you cloudy there at Boston. And over much of northern and central New England, you are dry, getting a little bit of light snow now at Caribou, Maine, but generally dry from Maine back into New York State. And the rain is going to be hugging the coast off and on through the day. Periods of rain for you in the Big Apple, although right now some drier air has drifted on down in from the north. But you're getting some light rain at West Hampton, light rain through much of New Jersey, light rain at Philadelphia. Rain has changed over to snow in the Baltimore area, and particularly northwest of Baltimore. The amounts of snow reported have been ranging from 6 to 8 inches, and there have been some power outages. Also some light snow falling over much of West Virginia at this time. The state of Virginia dry, but you get on down into North Carolina, and the precipitation picks up again, as we'll see in just a moment. Right now, Boston, you're 37 degrees with a northeasterly breeze and mostly cloudy. It's 47 in New York, 41 degrees in Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh, with light snow having picked up again, you're 32 degrees. Across the south, Dallas, Fort Worth, 43, Jackson, 42, Certainly not 91 in Birmingham. We'll correct that, but it's 36 now in Atlanta, where you had a little bit of light snow overnight, just a dusting on some grassy areas north of the city of Atlanta. Right now, the southeast is showing some rain from Rocky Mount back toward Goldsboro and on over toward Cherry Point and Jacksonville, North Carolina. Light snow still falling at Asheville as well as Knoxville and Nashville, Tennessee. And this high pressure drifts eastward, giving you a cold night tonight over much of the southeast. And here's Kristen.
And this is a look at how commuters in San Francisco were greeted this morning. The weather, dry, not bad at all. In fact, you're going to enjoy a dry day throughout much of California today. That is great news because of the threat of mudslides still hangs over your heads. However, in the Pacific Northwest, you will see rain today and snow at lower elevations. Let's go ahead and check out the latest radar. In Seattle, we do have a few light rain showers. Fort Lewis, also towards Spanaway. We are seeing that light rain in Tacoma as well. Heading southward toward Portland, even farther south off the map in Eugene. All of that is just now light rain. However, we could get some more snow, and we have had some light flurries just to the east of Seattle and Everett. And look for that snow possibility at an elevation of about 500 feet for today. So it's not out of the question that folks in Seattle could look up and see just a few flurries flying. If you head up into the mountains, that's where you will see the heaviest snow as we have colder air coming in behind our front. Snow also in place in Montana and Idaho as well as Wyoming and down into Utah. Rain right now in Salt Lake City, but just off to your east we are getting some reports of snow. Snow also in the mountains of Colorado. Here's a look at how much we do expect in Wyoming and Montana and Idaho. We could see 6 to 12 inches of snowfall as we do have a heavy snow warning in effect for portions of western Montana. Above 4,500 feet, that's the best chance of some of that heavier snow settling in. And even in the valleys, we're going to see that rain change over to snow. Kalispell and Missoula, you could pick up a couple of inches of snow through midnight tonight. Boise, you have 32 degrees. Salt Lake City, you're at 37. Denver right now, you're at 39. And snow is in your extended forecast, Denver. We'll check that out coming up on our weekend outlook in just a few minutes. Cooler air moving into the Pacific Northwest. Cooler air also in place in the Midwest. Here's a look at your morning lows today in Minneapolis at 28 degrees, 25 in Des Moines. Those were actually running a little above average, but it's cooler than where you have been. And with that cooler air, we are seeing the snow coming down. And we have been getting reports of the snow in Des Moines and Cedar Rapids, Minneapolis, light snow here, and more snow for the Black Hills, as some areas have seen over 100 inches of snow in the past 5 days. A little bit breezy in the Midwest. Moline right now, your gusts at 17 miles an hour, and it's gusty in the southeast as well, so watch out on the roadways. We'll detail some of this coming up in travel-wise in just a few minutes. Right now, temperature Chicago at 34 degrees, 36 in St. Louis, and we're looking at 25 degrees in Des Moines. With those winds in place, the wind chill is terrible. In Montana, look at that, 25 degrees below zero. That's what it feels like right now. And we're looking at the Big Goose Egg in Minot and also in Bismarck. And Green Bay, you feel like 12. Here's your forecast then for the rest of today, with the flurries continuing to fly for Cleveland, Detroit, and also in Pittsburgh. Our front comes in the west and continues to progress off to the east with the snow behind it. But even though that front is trailing across California, we're looking for a dry day for you. Some good news there. Dry also in the southeast, but still staying just a bit wet in the northeast as well as in New England. As far as our accumulations are concerned, the heaviest amounts will still be confined to the lower highlands here in the central portions of Pennsylvania and trailing down the Appalachians. In Ashe County, North Carolina, you've already picked up 3 inches of snow, and you're still going to see it coming down later on this afternoon. No strong thunderstorms today, so we do find a bit of good news there, and also some good news for folks in Texas, as you will see your temperatures on the rebound. And we'll even see those 80s as you're heading to the desert Southwest. If you want the warmest weather, that's your destination today.
Speaking of destinations, if you're just making your travel plans, stay with us. We'll have updates on what you can expect where you're headed.
That's next on TravelWise after your local forecast.
Greetings. Having heard us describe the problems with our old communications programs, the MCI team is prepared to demonstrate solutions. On this afternoon's dance card, multi-point video conferencing that lets you meet with far-flung clients and colleagues without ever leaving your desk. The MCI team even devised a way.
One, baby.